Ready?
Here we go.
It's been a couple weeks.
It's many weeks.
It's been, the days are long, but the weeks are short. So it's time for an update.
An update on the van.
An update on the van.
I know for all of you few people
for the
following
four
us,
followers
for the
we
four
have.
followers, I know you want to know what's going on with the van. And the winter was slow. It was harder working in the cold.
And in hindsight, there might have been some stuff that could have been done in the house that wasn't done. But you also spent a lot of time researching. Like crazy research.
Yeah.
So now you're into implementation. And we have a deadline, and you are deadline oriented.
Yes, yep.
And we've pushed the
deadline is our trip. So while the van doesn't need to be finished, it needs to be functional.
I would like to not be driving around like the Beverly Hillbillies. That's my whole, like strapped to the top of the van and like things falling
I'm going more
back.
Sanford and Sons look. Yeah.
It'll be good. Okay, so what have we done? Let's see.
Yep.
All the windows in.
Yes,
including
all the
bunk.
windows are in, the bunk windows are in, and the Max Air roof fan is in. So all of the, so we shouldn't use the word all. The perforations into the skin of the van are done, except for the solar wiring drop.
So is that
which is the smallest hole. That's only about a 1 inch, 1.5 inch hole. So that'll be the last drilling through, sawing through the skin of the van.
I don't believe that.
Yeah.
Okay, so the walls are insulated.
And the walls are insulated.
We used...
Today, actually, I have to insulate the ceiling.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we used Thinsulate for that.
Thinsulate with a little bit of extruded polystyrene XPS in some big areas.
Okay. And then we skinned it. I say we, like it had anything to do with this. You skinned it.
Skinned the walls. Covered up the insulation.
And what'd you use?
And I used Coroplast, which is just a particular brand name.
It's plastic yard sign.
It's corrugated plastic. It's plastic yard sign.
And one of the things that you haven't done, there's very little wood in the van. So the Coroplast.
Right now there's almost no wood.
The Coroplast is being attached to the van using mostly existing holes. And
rib nuts. Mm-hmm.
So, and those have been they taped the seams, and on top of that, we're gonna do shiplap.
Yeah, so on top of that, there's gonna be
and cabinets.
a variety, a couple different, basically surface finishes to make it look nice. Yep.
All right, and let's see. We decided on a composting toilet, and we bought it.
Yep.
And it's here. We went with the Boxio. And we went with the Boxio because of price. It was one of the more inexpensive ones, and it's made entirely out of recycled plastic, which we really liked.
Mm-hmm.
It's not very comfortable so far, but it's going to be very interesting to try. So that's in. We own the water tank now.
Yes, the water tank is here. Yep, from Northwest Conversions. They make the over-the-wheel water tanks.
We bought the fridge that comes tomorrow.
And the fridge comes tomorrow.
And we bought the sink.
And good old Amazon for the sink.
After much debate on the sink. And I am working on all the stuff we're going to need for our trip. So, like cooking supplies and food and just kind of figuring out bedding and stuff like that, and parts we can figure out what needs to be stored. So that leads us to today. Today is Sunday, and we have a lot to do. What are the 3 things we're going to try to do today?
Bed platform has to get installed.
And once we get the bed set up, we can then figure out the mattress.
Right.
We have the ceiling insulation, but the big thing is the solar because we have both the kids home today, and I would really, because how tall is that thing?
So we have one massive 550 watt solar panel, so we don't have to link multiple panels together.
Why did we do that?
So we chose a single panel for a couple reasons. The first one was price and availability. I guess that's 2 reasons, but built into one. we got this 550 watt panel, a bifacial panel with a 22% efficiency rating. It does very well with partial shade. And we got it for $230, and I was able to pick it up locally. I mean, that was a no-brainer. And by having one single panel, I have one set of wires to deal with. Just I don't have to connect a bunch of wires together. It just makes a little bit of easier installation, except for the fact that it's a 70-pound panel.
It's like 8 feet tall.
7 feet 4 inches long, and we have to get that on the roof.
Right. So we have 2 grown-up people coming to the house tonight because it's spring break, and so we are going to take advantage of those extra bodies to try to get this thing up on the. Okay, awesome, and I guess that's it. Yeah. So we're gonna get to work and see if we get 1, 2, or 3 of those things done today.
Right. Okay. Big day.
This is okay. So a week ago, we said we'll be back on Sunday.
Yes.
We are back on Sunday.
Yeah. The following Sunday.
A week later.
Yeah.
Who knew that the video would be the hardest part of this project?
Yep. So I've been working on the van mornings, going to the shop, and then coming home and working on it all evening.
When you start limping because your body hurts, that makes me very sad.
It takes a toll.
This is a hard job.
Yeah.
Especially when I'm sitting watching Fire Country with Sophie and you're wandering back and forth. You're so tired and you're limping, and I'm like, get out of the way. I can't see what Bodhi's doing. Anyway, so we're here to give a quick update on I was going to say the plan, but the plan changes every second.
The plan was the original plan was to have left this morning, which I don't know where to leave this morning. We have to go get the kids back to school from spring break. But we were planning on leaving this morning and making our way to Florida, making our way first to the Outer Banks to see family, and then on to Florida from there is part of our 2-week road trip.
But as you can see,
that I've been so busy at work, the van has taken
a wonderful problem to have.
So long to do, in part because of that. We're looking to have it road trip capable, not the van not done.
So this will be the last video before the first road trip.
Which is in 5 days.
Hopefully. Yeah. 4 days. In 4 days. Okay. But what have you, so what have you done from last Saturday to
It's actually hard to think about what I have done. I have done a little bit more of electrical finalization. Insulation in the ceiling.
Yeah.
And then the big thing was the bed frame. So the supports on the sides, the frame through the middle, and just sort of figuring that all out. And once the bed frame's in, now I have support to install other things. So
let's talk about the bed frame.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the first major addition of
You can see the disaster that is the wood construction site. So.
Yeah, it's like driving around in construction zone.
Mm-hmm.
Totally safe. This is really the most major addition of wood, right? Because you've
Correct. Really, this is, besides a few small sections of wood, this is really the first wood in the van.
Okay. And we need to make sure we talk more to the camera and not to the back, like I just did.
Okay. Yes.
So this is the most major addition of wood. And then on the top, we were back and forth, but ultimately you got 2 sets of
loading ramps, aluminum loading ramps. So, the kind of thing you put on the back of a pickup truck bed to load up a 4-wheeler or a lawn tractor or something like that.
And we talked about getting one and then what you would put between them. And then we decided let's just
two sets
right
means
to the chase and get four of them.
Yep.
So those are on top, and then we're going to put another piece of coroplast on top of that, just to kind of give because the mattress we got was foam, and we're a little worried it'll
deform too much in the holes and the gaps. So we're going to use another piece of the corrugated plastic, which in itself is thin, and it just sort of form to the ridges and the irregularities of the aluminum platform, but it'll give a really nice bottom base for the mattress.
And we got a mattress. And what did we
got?
A
mattress.
We got a
5-inch.
5-inch.
Yep.
It's 3 layers of foam.
Right.
We cut it. We got a queen size.
We got a size
that was bigger than what we needed.
Yes, I think we got a queen size. Correct.
And then we decided it's going to go edge to edge. We're gonna fill it.
We're gonna fill the space.
We had to trim it on the side and a little bit on the end. So it is now, I know it's 72 inches long.
Yep.
By
68.
Okay, by 68. Yep. And then I did help. It had a fabric cover on it, like a liner, and then it had a zipped cover on top of that. Yep. So this weekend I used my limited sewing skills and I hemmed the cover, which took, because it had to be hand sewed, 5 hours, I think, to do that. And then I hemmed the outer cover. So the mattress is now a converted queen.
No, it's custom for the van.
Super wide and a little short.
Yeah.
But actually that'll work out really well with Daisy, who always sleeps with us. We always need more room side to side because she pushes between it. Like, we need that.
Yeah, if we went for a queen, which wouldn't fill side to side, and we could have then put nice cubbies on the sides of the bed for things, but we need the room for the dog to sleep with us. So the wider the better in this case. So we're gonna go edge to edge in the van. Right,
and the next challenge will be how to get her up onto the bed. We're talking about a ramp, but that'll to come.
Right,
because she's too heavy. I cannot regularly pick her up.
No, and when she's alone in the van, she's going to want to have the ability to go up and down.
Exactly. Yeah. The water tank is sitting back there.
Yeah, not attached, not connected, but it's just kind of sitting in its place.
And we put the solar panel on top.
And we put the solar panel on top
because thankfully both of the grown children, were home, so we could have 4 sets. 4 hands, because it's a big single panel, 70 pounds. And it actually went up fine. You were a little cranky because I was like, the children are here now. Right. Put it up now. Put it up now. And then you were grumbling. You're like, you put it up too early. I wasn't ready. And I was like, yeah, but we were not getting it up without them. That was without them. Not no. It was a 4-person job. That was a first 4-person job. Yeah. I was looking at the video too. There's one point where it got away from me. So like Anders had it because he was on a stand and Sophie was on the ladder, and I'm just holding my hands up. Moral support. Yeah, and we had a really nice 55-degree day for that. Yeah. It is freezing out here today. It's 35. It's going to be cold all week with some rain. We just had a monster rainstorm yesterday with 2 inches of rain all day. It was difficult. And nothing leaked. Yeah, that's always a good test, right? And you've got all these. The Max Air fan. I mean, now. we've tested a lot of things, but yeah, nothing's. Yeah, but the Max leaked. Air fan. I mean, these are holes that are on the top, right? Yep. Like so, if it was gonna leak, the latest it was hole leak yesterday was the solar wires coming down through the top. So that was the latest small. It's small, but yeah. Yep. So by Thursday, one of my jobs is by Thursday we're gonna have cabinet. We're gonna have drawers. Yep, kitchen cabinet. We're gonna have sink, the fridge, the sink, the water. Sink, the water. Yep. The fridge. And then my job is figuring out how to pack everything and with like temporary storage solutions. And we could just do covered Rubbermaid containers, but I don't want to keep pulling stuff out and taking covers off, so I've been kind of rustling around the house to find all sorts of I found our IKEA boxes that have angled covers.
Yeah,
and so we're just gonna figure out. But I actually think it feels a little crazy to do this trip so early. On the other hand, I think it's going to be really helpful as we're figuring out the rest of the cabinets, because just looking at the sheer quantity of stuff in our dining room that I've been gathering, and it's not even our clothing.
Right.
You start to realize how much, if you're planning on camping and cooking, which I really want to do a lot of cooking.
Right.
It's a lot of stuff.
It's a lot of stuff.
It's just a lot of gear.
Yep.
And we haven't even gotten to, again, our bike gear,
right.
clothing,
right.
our, what else? Toiletries.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right. Well, you're going to take advantage of this beautiful day.
Right. Cold but beautiful day.
At least it's sunny.
And so it is going to be a 4 days of nonstop work getting this thing.
Right, because the shop is closed.
The shop is closed. I do have quite a bit of work left for those few people out there who know that their bike is coming.
Yeah, but we kept you on your vacation schedule
we
so
did.
That you can bang out a bunch
pop into
of
the
stuff.
shop as needed, get that done, and then
yeah. And then
yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go bring Sophie back to college. So
okay, and I'm gonna do electrical work.
Sounds good.
Okay.